Hi Gemini, and welcome to your general tarot forecast. This is for the last 2 weeks of February. I'm going to start by pulling a card to see what your energy is for these last couple weeks. So let's see what comes out for you guys. Okay, so you guys are coming out as the raccoon, the inventor, which I'm not surprised because Geminis are very clever and intelligent and witty and smart and creative, all those things. So decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So Gemini, with this, it's also saying, if you're dealing with people, or I should say, I'll say it like this, if you're dealing with lesser specimens intellectually than yourself, and you're bored, you're frustrated, you're irritated, whatever, this is not a time to play mind games or... And this isn't malicious. I'm trying to find the right words to express how Spirit is making me feel this. Okay, I'll use this as an example. So, little children, 4 or 5 years old, pretty naive, right? And you can convince them of anything. And so let's just say, it's bedtime and they're acting up and you tell them there's a monster under their bed or whatever, and you play a little trick on them to make them believe that, right? It's very harmless. It's not very fun for the child going through it, but it's harmless, It's like that type of thing where you're trying to get a point across, but it's just not happening. So you're like, okay, well, I'm going to go about it this route because this person isn't even smart enough to even recognize what's going on. It's just like... Be patient, Gemini, and be kind, be understanding. Don't I just feel like, because trickster, like amusement, I'm just really caught up on that. So I'm going to pull a couple soul cards to get more information about this. But it's like, yes, you are smarter. Okay, you are smarter than who you're dealing with. And look at the card that flew out as I say that. Look at that. It's just like all this energy and wisdom and flow coming out of this person. And these are the soul cards. There's no definition to them, no title, no nothing. So what I see here, Gemini, is you are definitely a more intelligent or more expanded consciousness, more creative, more knowledgeable, more skilled, more experienced, more of something than who you're dealing with or who you're involved with over this next 2 weeks. And I get the sense like you are frustrated. You feel as though this person or this energy is kind of a hindrance to your overall goal or purpose. And so like if you're working on a group or team project, this person just could really be like, oh my God, are you serious? Like they're so stupid. Or it could be where somebody's trying to, deceive and connive others, but you see the truth for what it is, and instead of calling them out, you're just kind of like, okay, I'm going to get you at your game type of energy. And even though you may be right in what you're thinking and feeling, Gemini, Spirit's saying don't lower yourself, don't even go there. It's, I don't know, almost like wash your hands of it if you can. Yeah, because look at this. You are really working on something, trying to grow something, and I don't know, I just feel like there's this other energy involved, and it's irritating and frustrating you, and you've tried to go about it in every possible way you can, in like a professional way, in a nice way, in a kind way, in an empathetic way, like just all of this, and it's just like it doesn't matter. You feel like defeated, or the point's just not getting across, or how can nobody else see this person for who and what they are and what they're really trying to do. And the reason why I feel you're being revved up at all about it is because it's impacting something that is important to you, or something that you're working on, or trying to manifest or grow for yourself, or a change you're trying to make. It's like they're in the way somehow, and you're just tired of it. So it's almost like you're trying to change your tactics to trick them in a sense. But it doesn't feel malicious to me, and I really want to get that point across. It's not malicious. It's almost like a last resort. Like I said, kids not going to bed, so you're like, okay, I'm going to play a little trick on them to spook them a little bit, and that's going to get them to go to bed. That's kind of where I feel like you're at, where I'm going to kind of spook somebody, or make them uncomfortable or nervous or something, because I'm tired of this cycle. I'm tired of nothing changing. I'm tired of them being in my way. They're a hindrance. They're a blockage. Just a lot of frustration on your behalf. But Spirit's saying that is not the way at all. And it says you have many roles and you can juggle them all. So Gemini, this is where you really have to get even more clever, because if you notice, there's beams of light kind of coming out of the headspace of this individual, and that's what I'm seeing here, because, you know, the top of her head, there's no definition to it, but above her head is all this energy she's pulling out. So you guys are incredibly intelligent anyways. You really tap into some higher thinking and understanding and going about things, whereas most people will get hung up in their emotional space. You guys definitely have the ability to step far beyond the emotional space and look through that perception of logic only, kind of like Justice, okay? Lady Justice herself. And that's what Spirit's like asking you to do here, is really detach emotionally to whatever the energy is that you feel is blocking you, or is just full of crap, like calling somebody out. Just go to a much higher space mentally, and you're going to figure something out, which is like the solution to everything. And it's like Spirit can spook them more than you ever could think to, all right? Because they're definitely in the way. And I don't really feel like this is somebody who's just kind of retarded, you know, lacking intelligence. This is somebody who's kind of manipulating and playing this stupid, dumb role, and they think you don't see it, but you do. Like, you're not blind. Everybody else around might be, but you're like, no, I see this for what it is. Oh my gosh, yeah, first card out, Mask. Gemini, you see it for what it is. Fresh start. You want it out of your life. You're like, I'm done. I'm done with this person. I'm done with this situation. Whatever it is, it's like, over it. Yeah, I want it gone. So we have fresh start, and then we have release. That's, you know, pretty clear. And bound. Ooh. So there is this energy, though, where that's that friction I'm feeling, where it's like, oh God, what do I gotta do to get a change in this energy? And then look at this union under fresh start. This is union of mind and spirit. Honestly, how do I have a fresh start? You've got to go to that higher level of thinking that you are more than capable of, but you've got to get out of that emotional body and detach in order to, you know, be able to go to that higher thinking. And I'm just telling you, like, even the balloon, look at that release. Yeah, it's like go up to the heavens. Divine masculine, you've got to really assert yourself, okay, and be strong in your desire for true harmony, true solution, true compromise, true fresh start, because anything that we are experiencing in our reality is honestly a reflection of something inside of us. And when, you know, we are experiencing something that just feels so far off the spectrum of who we are, there's a couple of different things that could be taking place. This could be a challenge, a lesson for you to grow and expand, okay? Or this could be where you have elevated so much that your energy is no longer a vibrational match to this person or this situation, no matter how much you wish it so. And, you know, that happens a lot when, you know, just throughout life, and it's like people are like, I don't love you anymore, or I don't want to do this career anymore, and it's like, well, what happened? And they're just like, I just don't want to, and there's no real explanation. It's just a shift in energy, a shift in consciousness, and once that takes place, the current relationships, situations, environments are no longer a comfortable match and fit. And some of you, I think that's what's going on here. And you're in a struggle to let the old go. And maybe even you are wearing a mask trying to continue on with what you believe you're supposed to be doing, what's familiar, what you've obligated and committed yourself to, but you're finding it very difficult, and like it just is a pair of shoes that are way too small for your feet, and you've walked like 5 miles and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. Something's got to change, something's got to give. And you may be looking more at what's going on externally, Gemini, but what I feel with these cards is there's a release that has to happen inside of you. And it's either get out of that emotional body and go to that much higher mind, and the solution is just right there for you, or this is where you have got to shift around some thinking and feeling inside of you and make some room for spirit to come in and give you some different insights and clarity, okay? Because look at what's next. New direction. Yes, it is definitely time for a shift in the new. Communication and patience. I love it. So again, whoever is frustrating you, however that's truly playing out, Gemini, have patience. Don't succumb and, say or do things just because you are frustrated. It's important to remain professional, remain polite, kind, even if somebody doesn't deserve it. It's not about them. It's about you, because what we do to other people, for the good or the bad, is honestly going to come right back to us. And it doesn't mean that exact thing is going to happen to us, but that exact energy is going to show up and manifest somehow, some way. So when, somebody's being incredibly difficult, it's not that you need to shift out of who you are and become incredibly difficult back. It's rise to your higher thinking. How can I handle this in a better way, Spirit? And with patience here, honestly, I feel most of you are encountering this and enduring this because this is like a life lesson. Spirit's growing you right now, helping you shift and stretch into higher dimensional versions of yourself. And, with the communication and union, Spirit is like, just really working on you, Gemini, and making you stronger. Some of you, this could be where you've really held your tongue instead of, out of every option, you've held back. You have not said anything. You've endured. And you're finally going to get to the point where you can't endure anymore. But when that comes, that's because you're ready to move on. You've gained all the strength, wisdom, and knowledge that Spirit was trying to bring to you, okay? And now for others of you, with all these cards out, union at the center, fresh start, communication, there may be some relationships coming back into your world. This could be friends, this could be lover, this could be family. There's, for some Geminis, there is some relationship that has, I don't know, it's either been really strained and challenged, or we've actually had a complete disconnection. But these last 2 weeks of February, we definitely look like we're working on things and want to come back together. And this is the card that just flew out as I said that, Two of Cups. Yeah, we're definitely working on things and wanting to come back together. And again, if you've been wanting to react and do things back to somebody, really don't, because you won't mean it. You're only acting from a place of emotion where you're reacting, okay, to what's being done and said to you. And that's, you don't want to do that. Really pull back and allow Spirit to sort that stuff out. And in that process, Spirit will sort you out too and help you move through those emotions, because, most people aren't just going to say and do things or say mean things unless they're provoked, right? Unless things are being said to them or things are being done to them, that's typically when somebody's going to react and, give it right back. But Spirit's like, nope, don't do that. Rise to the higher thinking within yourself, because there's an element of a need to preserve some sort of like integrity or a relationship, something along those lines. And just what you're feeling right now would be more frustration, anger, bitterness. Just it's a reactive type of energy, and that's not beneficial to you. So that's why I'm saying let Spirit sort it out, and Spirit will also sort you out. And in that process, you're going to become very balanced, okay? And then here is some either reconnection of energy coming in for you, Gemini, or here is that out from this oppressive, challenging situation. But you need to have patience with yourself, with timing, and with the universe. And if you are feeling very triggered and you want to emotionally react, don't do it. Don't do it. Pull back and ask Spirit to sort it out. All right, so on the mask, we have the Six of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. Yeah, we're really wanting a fresh start. And you know what? With the Six of Wands on this mask, Gemini, this is where I know you see somebody for what they are and you want to so call them out to the spotlight. You so want to speak your truth, okay? But don't do it. If that's to happen, Spirit will align the moment, and it won't be where you're emotionally reacting, putting somebody in their place. It would be where the energies are very calm and you're speaking from fact, where there's no way to dispute it or flip it around and say, oh, those are just your feelings or personal opinions. No, it will be all fact, and that's like what's needed for some reason. That's what shifts things here. So, I do see where you want to call somebody out or speak your truth about something and you're just waiting for it, okay? Yeah, look at this, release, Knave of Swords. This right here is Spirit saying, release the need to lower yourself. Knave is like a page, okay? It's smaller energy. Release the need to call somebody out or speak your truth in a very negative kind of cold way. It's not gonna it will only feel good in the moment, Gemini. Even if somebody totally deserves it or whatever, you'll regret it later. Like you'll have some guilt, like I wish I would have handled that better. Not even like for the persons involved, but just for your own self and your own integrity. You would be like, man, I really wish I would have handled that better. I don't know why I was so triggered by this person or this situation, but I wish I would have handled that better. So just be careful with your words. And also, if this is where somebody's trying to come back in and offer apologies and things like that, I do believe they're sincere. All right. Yeah. Look at this 10 of Cups unbound. So there's this element of obligation, and that's why you are just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And look at Sun on Union. Yeah, Gemini, don't even worry. This right here is Spirit saying, I will bring all things to light. Like you don't even need to worry about it. Those of you where this is some sort of relationship healing and a current troubled relationship or a relationship coming back in, this is beautiful, Gemini. And that's why also, if this is about healing and apologies and moving forward with somebody, it's not a good time to rehash the past in a really negative way. Spirit's bringing 10 of Cups and the Sun card to you. Like, that's happiness, that's connection, that's, you know, everybody's on board, everybody's connected, everybody is on the same vibe. All right, and look at this. Empress sitting on Divine Masculine. The Empress is the Divine Feminine of the Tarot deck. So now you have the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine back to back. So relationships that are trying to heal, they will heal, Gemini. It's communication is so important, but it's factual communication, not emotional based communication or reactive from, you know, hurts or whatever. Yeah, this is big time reconnection, okay? For others of you where this is not about, you know, a specific relationship, it's more of the situation that you're involved in with others in the workplace, friends, you know, wherever it's like somebody is blocking you, irritating you, triggering you. This is you, Gemini, being very balanced in yourself, those divine feminine masculine energies. And I'm telling you, Spirit is bringing something in. Spirit has got you. Spirit is going to sort this out. New direction, 4 of Cups. You're just like, oh, come on, I'm not a patient person. Like, let's get the show on the road, Spirit. And look at communication, 10 of Wands. We are almost there, Gemini. Yeah, and look at 6 of Swords, moving on to bigger and better. Have patience, Gemini. Things are going to improve for you. There is a way out. Go to that higher thinking. And, you know, don't try to play with somebody's head because you're sick of their games. Like, don't lower yourself to their level, because even though we know you will win every time, it's, you just need to know that, okay? Don't even, their consciousness is not in the same place as yours, and you don't need to, this is just stirring you up more than I think it should. You have such the upper hand, and it just might not appear that way. Whether this is a relationship or just some other situation in your life, you definitely have the upper hand. Gemini is just going to require some patience, and it sucks that you've got to kind of hold your truth back, but I'm telling you, Spirit's going to bring all things to light, like, and you are going to be happy that it's not you that, you know, brought it all to the surface, okay? I don't know why that is, but it's almost like, even though you can see somebody for who and what they are, and it drives you absolutely insane, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Spirit's got you. Spirit's going to sort it out. Bring it all out to light. You don't have any worries. So, let's see. Let's clarify this patience with the 6 of Swords, because I know that's a new opportunity. And strength. Okay, that card had flipped around. I was just turning it. Yeah, it is going to require some strength and patience on your behalf, Gemini, but I'm telling you, Spirit has got you, and things are going to change and improve. Just give it some time and hold that tongue. Even though you can slice and dice somebody, hold it. You will regret it later for some reason. I don't know why. Even if you don't care about this person, if you're like, oh my God, I hate them, just don't. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Pentacles. That's what the patience is about. We've got, there's that new nice beginning. Ace of Pentacles. Have patience, Gemini. And look at Hierophant. That's that Spirit coming in saying, I got you, Gemini. I have you. Like, you don't have to worry here. You have to have patience regardless of how things seem, because I am healing the situation, or I'm bringing in a new opportunity for you. Right here, Spirit coming through as the Hierophant. So, Gemini, this is a pretty powerful reading. You guys just might be almost at your wit's end and ready to, you know, say some things and put some people in their place, or really call some truth out to light, but don't do it. Let Spirit sort it, because Spirit's got your back for sure. Based on these cards, there's no question. And this here is like you're almost on the verge of this, all right? And I love that the 10 of Wands it comes after the 10 of Wands, the heavy oppression, the end, the 10, and then the Ace, the new beginning. And also with this 10 of Wands on top of communication, this could be where you're going to have to, it's going to take some strength to have some conversations and really hold yourself together and not be triggered or emotionally react, okay? Or this is finally where you, all this truth that you know and you want to come out to light, you wanted to talk about, Spirit's handled it, and so it finally feels like a weight off of your back. So let's pull you some advice. All right, so we have the Grackle and free emotions and anxieties. Yes, this is Spirit's confirmation to you, Gemini, to really get out of the emotional body. Do not feel, because those are more of reactive emotions that you're dealing with rather than your true feelings, okay? It's just, you know, when somebody's been pushed and poked enough, they're in reactive mode and they might not even realize it. But deep down inside, your true feelings, you're not even in touch with them because you're stuck in this reactive energy. And that's why I feel like don't say anything, because what you would say, how you would say it, the way you would present it is not who you are. And it's that reactive energy because you're just so fed up. You're so tired of whatever this is. But, you know, don't do it. Free emotions and anxieties. Really trust that Spirit has your back, because Spirit does, and all things will come to light and Spirit is going to sort it out for you. All right, Gemini? So those are your messages. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.